Good perspective from Steve Kerr. DA, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Bay and Grant are the forwards. Then it's Cunningham. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Galloway in at the two-guard spot. And looking at the Nets, Joe Harris is out there with Johnson. Then there's Griffin, and it's Mills, and it's Harden in at the one spot. Well, it's certainly our treat to bring you, the fans, NBA action here on Halloween. And Greg, as a parent, how many pieces of candy do your kids get to have in one night?
Oh, they came back loaded down, and you can't let them eat it all. Maybe 5 pieces or so, and then you hope they forget about it or just try to stagger it and get to Christmas.
Buries it from three-point range.
There are very few that drop long-range bombs better than James Harden. I mean, he's automatic from out there, off the dribble or catch.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden for the finish. And Harden with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Ball's knocked loose. Grant against Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now, here's Cunningham, guarded by Harden. Grant surveying the D, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
8th in blocks, 10th in opponent points per game. And in terms of scoring points off turnovers, a solid season for them. They were in the top half of the league. One of those stats that tells you about a team's level of aggression.
And their low post defense was so strong last season, as you pointed out with their block ranking. Teams had a lot of problems bringing the ball inside against them every game.
Hard to believe you can have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Lets it go with the three. And the Nets, another three.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
He takes it in. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's checked in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
The three from Harden. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
From deep three-point range, offensive rebound on the wing. Harris kicks it out to Harden. It's up a three. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 36.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Joseph with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. They get it back. Stewart uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Harden against Stewart. And another three from Harden. Harden's got 39.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Stolen by Harden. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 48. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for James Harden. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Cunningham, he's checked in for Corey Joseph. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Griffin with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Jumps up. Claxton with the bucket.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision. How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets able to put on a show for the ages. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D.
Okay.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
They came in on a mission, razor sharp off. Offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harris is out there with Brown. Then it's Johnson. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the power forward.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And you listens to Luka Doncic, can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years. And now a look at Kelly Olynyk. Some numbers on him. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry it.
He can put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run two at him, he will immediately find the open man. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Knocked loose. In transition, here come the Nets. Brown's got the ball.
And where would these guys be without all the easy points off these turnovers?
Oh, it's made matters a lot easier for him offensively.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. The Nets shooting their first free throw tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Despite their record, there is optimism around the Detroit Pistons. Killian Hayes said, "We have a fun team. We love seeing each other succeed. We've got a bright future." And Coach Dwayne Casey says, if we bring the same type of intensity, toughness each and every night, then good things will happen. Kevin, back to you.
Detroit tough. Good stuff, DA. Thanks. Good on the triple.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Count that one.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
I tell you what, guys, this game would look a lot different. It would have a different texture if they didn't give the ball away so much. I mean, that's really been the storyline so far.
Bucket is good. And that's now 6 points for Jeremy Grant. Some super teams come together, Clark, on paper, and they look like sure things for the finals. But just how important are the other things, the intangibles?
Yeah, I think the intangibles, Kevin, are the most important things. When you talk about chemistry, trust, connectedness, those things just don't happen because you have great talent in 3 or 4 players. You have to have a team that's committed to one another and that trusts one another, and it takes time to build that into a championship caliber unit. So those intangibles are really important if you're going to win a championship.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Brown inside the line, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Banked in off the glass. Brown's got 15 points.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
We're seeing that here tonight. I mean, so many of their mistakes and miscues have resulted in easy baskets the other way because their defense can't get set.
And taken away by Johnson. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Lays it in off the breakaway. Mills has got 7 points here in this quarter.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set, You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances there.
Up and in on the layup. He's got 11.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. Cunningham looking it over. The pass to Grant. Bay with it. They get a hand on it. Hills with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup.
How about the pressure they're able to now start to apply, taking advantage of every miscue?
Guys, the big advantage has really been the points off turnovers.
For the three. Hits it from three-point range. Mills has got a pair of triples in the second now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, even off the dribble, guys, Mills is a capable shooter. That jump shot of his steady under just about any circumstance.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And
Thanks, Kevin.
all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
James Harden was the man in the first. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they've been incredible from beyond.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Bay and Grant are the forwards. Then it's Cunningham. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Galloway in at the 2 spot. Passes to Stewart. Out to the wing. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Grant kicks to Bay. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
It's good from long range.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Stewart passes to Cunningham. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
2 points. That one goes.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. And taken away by Brown. Took him no time at all on that one. Brown's got 19 points.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Pass to Cunningham. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. No good again that time.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Harris. Johnson attacking. That one good for 2.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Tipped away. Brown with it. Now defended by Grant. And here comes Brown. Leading the fast break. Buries the open 3 to cap the break. 22 points for him.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
What I really love about Jeremy Grant is his work ethic. He's really put in time to improve his scoring.
Specifically, his jump shot. For a while, he didn't have the consistent 3-ball. Now, you got to at least honor it.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Sadiq Bey was the 19th pick in 2020 out of Villanova, and he made an immediate impact for the Pistons. Dwayne Casey said he's a coach's dream, adding he's made himself into one of the top 3-point shooters of his class, a defender, and he's just scratching the surface. Guy's not bad for a rebuilding team.
David, you're right. They got a good one. Thanks.
And it's not the half-court D that's been the problem. It's scores like that which are killing them.
All these fast break points, guys, very concerning. I mean, they've yet to find an answer for it.
Shot's good by Mills.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Griffin with the steal. With his first shot attempt, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by the Nets.
Brown, good.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Grant outside. Back to Galloway. He kicks to Cunningham. Pass to Galloway. Grant against Johnson. Grant in the post, and the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the Nets, another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. That's tipped, nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease, and you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
And taken away by Brown. And the 3 off target. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Poked away. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Brown's got 18 points just in the second half.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
All we got to do is move the basketball. The ball will find the right.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Johnson is out there with Luwawu. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Carter. And it's Bembry in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Clark with the success of the play-in tournament. Commissioner Silver pushing for a mid-season tournament. with the winning team earning $1 million per player.
You know, Kevin, adding additional games I think would be a challenge. I'm not quite sold on that, but I do know that $1 million would incentivize role players. The question is whether or not star players would be as motivated to add more games in the middle of the season.
Another one falls for Brooklyn. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Joseph, the pass to Lyles. Knocked away. Shot clock at 5. Jackson kicks to Doumbouya. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, that aggressiveness of Okafor on the glass, a high percentage score when he gets a second chance opportunity.
Carter inside the three-point line. Again, the Nets for 2.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Yep, that one goes in there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Hayes is checked in for Corey Joseph.
Substitution, Killian Hayes.
And here are the Nets. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And it's Carter missing. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Jordan. Doumbouya gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the basket by Johnson. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I've gone back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Okafor with no one around. And the wing jumper offline. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. The pass to Llewellyn. Rebound by the Pistons.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And 3 from Jordan. Drills it from outside. Jordan's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Brooklyn.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness.
Boy, I can't get enough of that, guys. I mean, he is a true rim wrecker.
Here's Bembry. He gets that one. Here's Hayes. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Carter. Shoots over Lyles. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Buries it down low.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the basket by Johnson.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Inside, to end the drought, and Okafor slams it in.
When you're 6'11", doesn't take much for you to slam it home. Okafor, just a big guy who really can get to the rack quick.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple.
And another turnover here by Detroit.
Basketball. Into the lineup for the Pistons, Corey Joseph.
5 seconds left in the fourth. Boy, he launched that one from way outside.
Jabbar Carter.
And so it's Brooklyn easily. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.